That's give Middle Tennessee State all the credit in the world. They they had a great tournament up in Montreal where they won it. They came down here. We knew watching tape, really athletic. Long athletes, really aggressive, and we told our guys that this is like playing an Atlantic 10 team. I thought early on they got the best of us physically. We didn't do a good job keeping the ball out of the paint. We didn't do a good job rebounding the ball. We didn't do a good job offensively. They got into us. But we found a way. For a young team, we found a way to deal with adversity and to keep on fighting. It wasn't pretty, but I thought we got to the foul line. We did a much better job, +8 on the backboard in the second half. I thought Kyrell hit some huge shots, that big pull-up. But we dealt with adversity. Things weren't going well. We got hit in the face, and we flinched a little bit, but we didn't go down. We kept on fighting. And that's a good sign for a young team, and it was a good victory for us to knock down those foul shots at the end of the game to seal it, showed some character, and we got stops when we needed to get stops. But again, Middle Tennessee State's a really good team, really athletic, and they caused a lot of problems for us.
Mark, you narrowed the rebounding thing at the end,
yes.
virtually even.
Yeah.
But they did have 14 offensive boards, which I'm sure.
Yeah, they had a lot of offense. Yeah, first half. First half, we were -9 on the backboard, and they got a lot of second shots, and that hurt us. But I thought our guys did a good job in the second half against that team, because we're not the biggest team, most athletic team, but to be able to out-rebound them by 8 in the second half, shows our guys, toughness and character and understanding what they need to do to win.
Coach, Chad, Max, Anwar all kind of got into foul trouble there. How difficult was it to kind of manage the bigs?
Yeah, that's what you got to do. That's going to happen. That's why it's going to be by committee, and just keep on shuffling guys in there. And I thought Max and Anwar, even though they didn't get their stat sheet doesn't look great, I thought they gave us minutes that we needed.
Coach, that full court press that they put on you in the first half, you really adjusted to it better in the second half. What did you kind of?
Yeah, no, I don't know if they did much in the second half, but they're long. It's the 1-2-1-1 3/4 court. They're just long, and I think the guys can talk to you about it, more than I can. But you got to be aggressive against it. And I thought in the second half we did a better job looking up the sideline, looking ahead, rather than going back and forth.
Daryl, Kyrell, second half, a lot of stoppages. How hard is it for you guys to get into a rhythm when there's a lot of stoppages like that on the floor?
Basically just run the offense. Just run the offense hard, get the open cuts. They're overplaying us on the wing, so backdoor cuts, little stuff like that. Like coming out the screen, hitting the roll, stuff like that. Just go with playing throughout the offense.
About half your buckets came with about 5 minutes left in the second half. How do you feel in high-pressure situations like that?
Nothing really, just opportunities, right? Really setting screens, just playing off my teammates, really.
Daryl, you hit 1,000 points in your career today. Just kind of talk about that accomplishment a little bit.
Yeah, it feels amazing. It's the first time I ever did that. I didn't get to do it in high school, so it's just amazing. Not much really else to say about it.
And then you got that 1,000 points, with those 2 early threes. How important was it to kind of set the tone for the game with those 2 shots?
It's a great energy to come out with it, but we like to start the game with our defense, and our defense dictate how we're going to play. So, but it was good.
Mark, how are expectations changing as the season goes on and you're winning more and being successful?
Expectations?
Yeah.
No. We're just trying to get better every day. Our goal is to come to practice every day and improve. We got a young team. We're so far away from where we need to be. You can tell. We play in spurts, but we got to play consistently. Our expectations are always the same. We try to win, and it's not going to change.
Mark, 8 of your 15 turnovers were steals. Is that a product of carelessness or?
They're good, Chuck. They're really good athletic. You saw it. Right. Really good long athletes. And the guys can, they can probably answer it better than I do. It's easy to sit on the sideline and say, oh man, they're turning the ball over. But when you play against those types of athletes, that length, it's really hard.
Coach, before you talked about the Canisius game, the South Dakota State game, just in terms of closing those 2 games out, you guys weren't able to do so. How much better did you feel about the way you guys were able to close out tonight's game?
Yeah, it's easy to close out at home. But I thought we did a good job. We did a better job. We made our foul shots. We got some stops. We need to get better at end of game situations. But I thought we got enough stops and we made our foul shots, and that's what you got to do.
And And then Brett made his debut today. Just how encouraging is it to see?
Yeah, it's great to have him back. You know, it's just hard. You know, he hasn't played in, you know, whatever, a month and a half, 2 months. So you try to put him out there and try to ease him into it. And this is a tough game to ease him in, you know, with the athletes that these guys had. And, you know, and he's nervous and so forth. But I thought just getting him in and getting him, you know, a little bit of time will benefit him and benefit us.
Daryl and Kyrell, just your first game at the Rise Center, that it's a close game at the end. You know, how were you guys able to execute even, you know, with a good crowd on hand tonight?
I mean, yeah, they're everything for us. They helped us, you know. We needed to stop and the score was tied. They're making a lot of noise, you know, that gets us going. And we just need them. They were a big part of this win for us.
Mark, Kyrell, what did you project him as, and how is he kind of eclipsing that, or?
No, Kyrell's a good player, you know, and he showed that. You know, he's got a lot of upside, you know, and I think he knows that. But he's, you know, he's like the point guard position is so hard because we're running so many different things, and he has so many responsibilities, not only, you know, for himself, but he needs to know where the other 4 guys are going to be. You know, so he's still learning, you know, and it's hard to learn under, you know, pressure like that, you know. But I think he's getting better, you know, and he's gonna, you know, I think he's not close to where he's gonna be, you know, and when he gets a feel for what we're trying to do, a better feel and understanding. But he's got the athleticism and he hit big shots. He's not afraid about, you know, being the big stage, and that's important for a point guard.
Yeah. Kyrell keeps you comfortable and confident there when the shot clock's running down, the game clock's running down. What kind of keeps you focused and successful there in those situations?
It starts in practice. We work on scenarios like that in practice, so it was just like repetition, going over what we do in practice. So.
And Daryl, what did this do for you guys' confidence coming back from 11 down in the first half and trailing most of the second half and coming back in the victory?
I mean, this was huge for us. This was like a gritty win. We had to really work there and grind. And for us to come back and get it done, it just gives us a huge momentum going into Saturday. So we're just going to piggyback off and get back in the gym and go back to work.
Coach, Moses looks more and more comfortable every time he's out there. Just how
Who's
well
that?
do you think Moses?
Yeah.
How well do you think?
Yeah, it's the same thing. You know, we're trying to get him back in and get some confidence. You know, he made some plays today, and we need him to do that. We need some scoring punch off the bench, and I think Moses can do that.
Anything else? All right, thanks, guys.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.